Our final thought for this explainer. I really want you to ask yourself right now, is your energy flowing smoothly or is your reservoir running dry? Are you experiencing that easy digestion and crystal clear decision-making that comes with perfect flow? Or are you feeling stuck, irritated, and exhausted? Kind of like a massive city with no traffic controller. By understanding the liver not just as a filter, but as a dynamic manager of your energy and blood, you hold the key to a much deeper understanding of your own health. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. Keep asking questions, keep looking at the bigger picture, and keep learning.
I worked as a banker for 30 years, but now I work as an acupuncturist.
Welcome back, focused learners. Today we're looking at something that is literally going to change how you view your own body. If you grew up in the West, you probably think of your liver just as this purely physical organ, right? Like a chemical processing plant that detoxifies your blood. And hey, while that's totally true, today's explainer is going to show you a completely different paradigm. We are exploring the absolutely fascinating Eastern perspective of the liver. In this view, it's not just a physical filter, it's an entire energetic system. It's the mastermind behind how your body's energy flows and how your blood is distributed. It's a super practical way to understand your daily energy levels, your digestion, and even your moods. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet the Eastern liver, then look at regulating your vital energy and the body's blood reservoir. After that, we'll cover what happens during imbalance, and finally, symptoms of a dysregulated liver. Kicking things off with Section 1, Meet the Eastern Liver, the Ultimate Controller. So, I really want you to just set aside your Western anatomy textbooks for a quick second. We aren't looking at tissues and cells right now, we're looking at a paradigm of balance, a whole network of energy. In Eastern medicine, the liver is essentially the ultimate controller of your two most vital resources, your qi, which is your vital energy, and your blood. Think of your body as this massive, bustling city. The liver, well, it's the mayor, the traffic light system, and the water reservoir, all rolled into one. It doesn't just sit there passively filtering things. Its main job is to actively control movement. Without the liver running the show, your body's energy would literally have no idea where to go. Moving right along to Section 2, Regulating your vital energy. This is the first of the liver's two major functions, and it is absolutely critical for how you feel day to day. The Eastern term for this function is sosetsu. Let's define this in really simple English, okay? Sosetsu is basically the liver's ability to act as a traffic controller. It ensures the smooth movement of qi, or vital energy, throughout your entire body. Imagine standing in the middle of the busiest intersection in the world. If the traffic controller is awake and alert, cars flow smoothly, people cross safely, and the whole city just hums along beautifully. That is exactly what a healthy liver does for your vital energy. It keeps things moving so every single part of you gets exactly what it needs, exactly when it needs it. Let's look at a direct comparison to see why this actually matters for you. When you have good flow, meaning sosetsu is working perfectly, that smooth movement of qi actually translates to excellent digestion. In Eastern medicine, the liver's energy flow directly supports the spleen and the stomach. So when energy moves well, you digest and absorb your food beautifully. But what happens when you have bad flow? When that traffic controller goes on a coffee break, energy gets stuck. It stagnates. And when energy gets stuck, your bodily systems completely lose their coordination. Your digestion might falter, you might feel super bloated, or your energy levels might just totally crash. The ideal state of balance relies entirely on this smooth, uninterrupted flow. Which brings us to Section 3, the body's blood reservoir. So moving from invisible energy over to physical fluids, the liver has a second crucial function, and it deals entirely with blood management. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the concept of zoketsu. Zoketsu means storing blood, but it's way more dynamic than just being some storage tank. The liver acts as a reservoir that not only holds the blood, but actually decides exactly how much needs to be sent to different parts of the body at any given millisecond. Are you running a marathon? Boom, the liver opens the floodgates and sends blood straight to your muscles. Are you sleeping? The liver pulls the blood back into the reservoir so you can rest and restore. It's the ultimate decider of blood volume. I really want to make sure you grasp this Eastern medical concept because it's a bit different from what we're used to. Let's clarify the division of labor between the liver and the heart. In the West, we usually give the heart all the credit when it comes to blood, right? But in Eastern medicine, there's a very clear division of labor. The heart acts as the pump. It's the engine. It's the physical mechanism that actually sends the blood out. But the liver? The liver is the brains of the operation. It acts as the reservoir and makes the executive decisions about where the blood goes and exactly how much goes there. Basically, the pump is totally useless without the reservoir telling it what's needed.
All right, Section 4. What happens during imbalance? So what actually happens when this incredible dual system of energy routing and blood management breaks down? Let's move to and see how this builds. We're going to explore the dark side of when Sosetsu and Zoketsu start to fail. It's a very clear cause and effect chain reaction of physical stagnation. Step 1. Sosetsu, our vital traffic controller, weakens. Because of that, Step 2 happens. The chi, the blood, and your bodily fluids simply stop circulating normally. They lose their push. And that leads directly to Step 3, stagnation. In Eastern medicine, this stagnant blood is called oketsu. And those stagnant fluids, they pull together and thicken into phlegm, known as tan. So a failure in this invisible energy flow very quickly turns into real, physical blockages in your body. But you know, this stagnation isn't just physical. The mental toll of liver dysregulation is honestly profound. In Eastern medicine, the liver is intimately tied to your mental activities, specifically your ability to plan, to make good judgments, and to generate new ideas. When your liver's energy is stuck, your mind gets stuck. You might experience this sudden indecisiveness, like you just can't make up your mind. You might have poor judgment, or you just feel like your creative well has run totally dry. If you're really struggling to make decisions, Eastern medicine wouldn't just look at your brain, it would look straight at your liver. And there is a massive emotional trigger to all of this. Fierce anger dysregulates the liver. This is such a fascinating emotional feedback loop. Constant irritation and sudden fierce outbursts of anger don't just feel bad emotionally, they actively damage the delicate energetic balance of your liver. And here's the really tricky part. When your liver is out of balance, it actually makes you more prone to feeling angry and irritated. It's a total loop. Anger damages the liver, and a damaged liver creates more anger. You literally feed the cycle.
So how do you know if you're stuck in this loop? Let's look at Section 5, Symptoms of a Dysregulated Liver.
How does this invisible, energetic imbalance show up in the mirror? And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how we map those root energetic causes directly to some surprising physical symptoms. Check this out. If Zoketsu, your blood reservoir function, fails, the liver can't store the blood properly. The blood overflows its boundaries, and the resulting symptom? Subcutaneous bleeding. You're bruised super easily. What if Sosetsu, your traffic controller, weakens? Well, the fluids stop moving, and as we learned, they stagnate into phlegm. And in really extreme cases of imbalance, if the blood flow becomes too rapid and chaotic, it can push upward, leading to severe symptoms like vomiting blood. Literally, every physical symptom has an energetic root. So let's rapidly list these quick signs of imbalance so you know exactly what to watch out for in your own body. At the very top, blurry or easily tired eyes. In Eastern medicine, the health of the liver opens directly into the eyes. So if your eyes are exhausted, your liver is likely begging for a break. Then we have that subcutaneous bleeding or easy bruising. We have the more extreme vomiting of blood. And importantly, we have those emotional and mental signs, a baseline of constant irritation, sudden anger, and that frustrating indecisiveness. These are absolutely not random issues. They are interconnected signals from your ultimate controller. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. I really want you to ask yourself right now, is your energy flowing smoothly or is your reservoir running dry? Are you experiencing that easy digestion and crystal clear decision-making that comes with perfect flow? Or are you feeling stuck, irritated, and exhausted? Kind of like a massive city with no traffic controller. By understanding the liver not just as a filter, but as a dynamic manager of your energy and blood, you hold the key to a much deeper understanding of your own health. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. Keep asking questions, keep looking at the bigger picture, and keep learning.
I worked as a banker for 30 years, but now I work as an